This actually sounds like a really bad idea, but yet also equally awesome. Okay?
Let's hear it.
You know how like other countries have things like fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck fireworks.
What do you do then?
How about an artificial meteor shower?
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about an artificial meteor shower, you cunts? All right, we're back from a 4-week hiatus.
They don't know that. Everybody's heard all 4 episodes like nothing happened.
I know, but for us, it feels weird to me right now. Like
it's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit.
Probably everyone thought or was wondering why we didn't talk about Game of Thrones.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I just
I
totally ruin it for them now.
I looked at my text message.
Yeah,
today,
you pissed a lot of people off on the Facebook page,
and everybody and you were like, "All right, see you tonight," and I was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's on tonight." Oh,
That's why I texted because I wasn't sure everyone would show up.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna go home and play some Overwatch, fucking beat off of some porn while my girlfriend's at work.
Though, how is Overwatch? Is
it's
it
great.
okay?
The fuck is that game? I see it all the time on Reddit, like the subreddit.
It's
blew
like
up.
the
What fuck
brand
is it?
new like Blizzard game.
Oh.
So it's very much like I mean, are you aware of like I don't know what to call those types of games where you're looking down at the character and there's like those lanes and they have the little minions that walk and you like level and do the spells and like League of Legends and Dota. Do you know what those games are?
It's a turn-based real-time strategy game. Or no,
No.
it's turn-based.
It's not
The
turn-based.
tower defense game.
It's not turn-based.
Do I have to tap in a rhythm? Is that what it is?
What are those games called?
I have no idea.
Top-down something or others, I guess.
Top view strategy.
It's like
MMORPG.
basically you have like a hero, right? And you're just in control of a hero. And
so it's like a regular Blizzard game. Like you have one person.
it has like that Diablo 2 kind of look to it,
Okay.
right? Where you're looking down at the character.
Yeah, it's a three-quarter perspective is what they call it.
3/4 perspective. Okay.
It's like this.
Yes.
Okay.
And
It's very good for a podcast.
yes.
what you just did.
Just like that. Show,
I don't need your sass today.
show all the listeners again, would you?
For everybody out there, Steven just cut my balls. That's all it is.
Fuck you guys, man.
Okay. Well, since you're not going to understand that reference, you all know what a first-person shooter is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so imagine that you have a first-person shooter game, and the board, what I call that's the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a game lingo, but the board. So the map has stages to it. So you start fighting in one section, and then there's one of the sides has some sort of objective, which is there'll be like a say that there's a spot that your team has to have at least one player in, uncontested, for 45 seconds.
King of the Hill.
Kind of like King of the Hill, yeah.
It's what it is.
So, but it's as a team, and they don't need it. They're not trying to actually fight for it. All they're trying to do is just keep you out of it, right? They don't have to stand in it. And then once you accomplish that section, then there'll be like an escort vehicle that will now another part of the map will open up, and that escort vehicle will start to move. But again, at least one player must stand next to it as it moves forward. And then you have to get it to like a section, and then you get it to another section, and then the third section, which is then you've accomplished it. The reason they break these sections up is because if your team gets wiped out and then they stand next to it, they can actually start to push it back. It will go backwards. And you've got a total of like 8 minutes to try to get this thing all the way over. But through each checkpoint, each little section, you get like another minute and 50 seconds to keep going. So there's different styles of objectives like that. And then where the real kind of fun of the game is instead of being like a first-person shooter, I don't know if you guys ever play first-person shooters, but for me, as I'm getting older, my hand and eye coordination is getting like worse, or everybody else just seems to be getting better.
Well, they were born into it. Like,
yeah, I've been playing it for a really long. I used to be like the shit. I used to
But
play.
when we were little, it wasn't first-person shooters. We were playing like side-scroll.
That's true.
Mario.
Okay, but when I was in my young teens and I played a lot of Halo and Call of Duty on the Xbox,
Sure.
I would just like fucking rickroll people. I could get like fucking 50 kills and like 2 deaths. But that's all just shooting. Where this game mixes in all of like the Blizzard kind of lore into it. So you have tanks and spellcasters and different stuff. So you have one dude that like he can't shoot anything. He just has a big hammer, or he can hold the hammer out and make like a force field. And so he can just walk forward with people like behind him.
So are you like orcs and stuff, or are you robots? Like what the fuck are you?
No,
like,
it's a mix. It's a mix of all the lore. Like there's like different types of characters, right?
Okay.
So none of it's from StarCraft. There's no Warcraft characters. It's just they kind of mixed different characters. So you have you basically have your tanks, you have healers. You have some people that like literally just go around. All they can do is heal. Mm-hmm. But if you don't have a healer, you're gonna get fucked. Like everybody kind of needs to sort of play some sort of role, but you can change intermittently as the game goes on. So the characters can change. You can change strategies as the game's unfolding. So it's kind of cool. It's like, so for me, I like to play some more of the support roles because I'm not as quick, especially on the mouse. Some of these people are like just insane. Like,
sure.
They especially like there's one guy who's like a cowboy. And the thing is that he's got his little revolver and he only has 6 shots, but they're devastating 6 shots. And if he gets a headshot, you're dead, right? But the thing is he's supposed to be really hard.
How do you
to
get a
shoot with.
headshot from up above?
From up above?
Yeah, if you're aiming from.
No, this is a
3/4
first-person shooter.
Oh,
That's why I said forget that other thing because I was gonna try to relate.
I'm so lost.
seriously.
I was gonna try to
lost.
relate that to this style of game because this is a first-person shooter that has that 3/4 aspect of gameplay to it.
Okay.
So
sure.
let me just take it way back. You guys know what World of Warcraft is, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, so
When did you see the movie?
in World of
That-
not
that movie got
Warcraft.
terrible
Jesus
reviews.
Christ!
No shit.
Not
You don't
not
believe me.
Warcraft. World of Warcraft.
You hit the wrong button.
Okay,
dude.
those are separate. Those are 2 separate things.
They are.
Okay. So this is basically like a it's a first-person shooter game where you have snipers, but you have people that don't shoot. So you can't say it's a first-person shooter because there are people that don't shoot. There are just support roles. And it's very much like World of Warcraft where you have somebody who can let's say there's that object and it's moving along, and you're trying to stop the enemy. Well, they have like this big monkey character, and all he can do, he basically leaps. He's like looks like a big giant ape, and he leaps. He can land on the thing, and he can throw down like a force field, like a fucking Star Wars force field dome that drops down, and no bullets can pass into it. But your team can shoot through it, so you can create an instant barrier for 30 seconds, which allows people to like come up on make up ground, right, to get close to it. And other people can throw mines, and other people can heal. So it keeps the game real dynamic. You're not stuck kind of doing the same repetitive thing over. It's not just like shoot, die, shoot, die, shoot, die. You might just be like, well, I'm just going to be a badass healer, so I'm going to roll with the tank, and like you're like, oh shit, my buddy's dying, and you like fly over there, heal them, and you're like, oh shit, my other friend's dying, and you like fly back over. So the game is like, it's a different game for you, right? It's a different game for the healer. It's a different game for the tank. It's a different game for the sniper, right? And there are some assault characters. So it's just, it's real fun, actually. It makes the game, like, super interesting. So now that I've all entertained you with that beautiful thing, do you have any questions about Overwatch that you would like to ask?
Did they fix the chick's bum cheeks?
No.
When do you ever see vaginas?
Cartoon ones or
Either or. Like if you can get if you just have window in window porn.
Is there any characters running around with a T-shirt that says Blue Waffle on it? That's,
I made the mistake of Googling that one time I was young. I was like, what the fuck is a blue?
Don't
Mistake
do
of my
it.
life. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
hear me shaking my head.
Hear me?
There's nothing you could do when you say a term like that. You're like, oh, blue waffle, and you don't know what it is. There's no way the person listening is not gonna Google that word.
I'm telling you,
Gonna,
if you're listening,
they're
you
gonna
know what
image
it is.
search that thing.
It's like you
it.
can't
Don't fucking
unsee
do it.
your parents having sex. You can't not search for Blue Waffle.
Thank God I don't have to unsee that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
Lucky.
I will say
Yes.
I do want to apologize to Steven because this weekend I did something that I hate when other people do this. It's just like one of the worst things that you can do, in my opinion.
It wasn't that bad.
And I was totally guilty of it. You ever like get invited to go do something with like one of your friends, but you don't necessarily know like the other people there.
Sure.
And then you're stuck there listening to them talk about shit that you have no input on. And so you just kind of get like sidebarred like from the conversation.
I took a nap in the sand and got a sunburn. That's what I did. I was like,
You got
Well,
third
like-
wheeled. That's what it is.
So Steven came out with me and Jackie. Because
Mission
we
Beach.
went to Mission Beach.
Yeah.
And because Sports Chalet had a going out of business sale, so I bought fucking boogie boards and fins and an easy up and all this stuff. And I was like, fuck yeah,
Nice.
let's go out. Let's start going out to the beach, which I kind of want to start doing more regularly. So if you guys
down.
want to come, next time,
Sure. We got boogie boards,
fucking sweet.
chairs.
So I did one of those moves where
Get some
I'm
barbecue going?
hanging out with Steven, and then finally one of my buddies, Josh, shows up, and I hadn't seen him for like a month and a half. And then it was just like only talked to Josh because I was, I hadn't seen him. We were excited about, some different aspects. And I'm sitting there talking to him. I'm super interested in Josh's opinion on something. And I'm actually acknowledging, like in my brain, I'm like, Steven's just chilling. He's not participating in this conversation. Probably because he doesn't give a fuck about this conversation, and he has.
I did.
And there's no way that he can even comment on any of this, right? Because none of this pertains to him.
And it was a conversation between two people, and the thing that you guys, I don't know, you guys were talking about a business or something. I fucking
we were
spaced
talking
out.
about like 360 video and
like,
different aspects of it.
I'm not that into. So even if I wanted to, I would have asked questions, so it wouldn't have been a conversation anymore.
I know. Well, the thing was, at first we started talking about EDC, and we started talking about.
Which I was stoked about.
I know.
LIB and all that. I was like, fuck yeah, I love going to music festivals and doing LSD and all that other shit. Hell yeah. And then, I don't know, the other dude didn't seem that too into talking about it. I was like, all right, whatever.
It
Go
was.
sit here and look at
No,
seagulls.
it was
You tried and failed.
No,
Yeah. This is
it
why I
was-
don't leave the fucking house, dude. This is why I sit at
It
home
was
by
not.
myself.
This is
and
what
drink.
happened. Was that me and Josh have been working very closely on these projects, right?
Wait, so this is the Josh.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Josh that we do the VR stuff with and make the 360 videos. And then he sidebarred it because he wanted to go do this other thing that was actually going to make real money. And so now he's got that situated. So I hadn't seen him for like a month and a half, and I was focused on finals and all that stuff.
So you just kind of his working the corner and you finishing up school kind of coincided together in time.
Yeah,
Right.
so we didn't hang out or really talk to each other. And so then, but when he came, he had just finished up something light.
Don't look at me, dude.
What was that desert? No, what was that? No, you were.
Oh, LIB. Lightning in a bottle. The
Lightning in a
music
bottle.
festival,
You lit up like a lightning in a
Dude,
bottle.
it's fucking-
he
I
was,
love that.
he was
I
like,
love-
fuck yes,
dude,
drugs,
I
EDC,
love-
I'm fucking
love music
in.
festivals. I'm all about that shit.
So Steven, comes over, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then Josh and I and Jackie, right? It was a conversation that all four people could get in on, and everybody was talking and jiving. And then Josh and I just derailed it and started talking about work, right? And then so Jackie's like, well, I'm fucking out of here. And then Steven went and sat in the if the beach had a corner, right? If the beach had a corner, Steven
towel of
went and
solidarity
faced
by
into
myself.
the corner and sat there by himself. And the whole time I'm like, I'm thinking psychologically, I need to change this fucking topic
La
so that I
Playa
can
corner.
But
So I can-
yeah.
so that I can bring Steven
But then
in.
you guys just kept getting deeper and
I
deeper
know.
and deeper. Into
I
it.
know.
was
We
like-
went down a rabbit hole, and I was acknowledged it the whole time. And then you got up and grabbed your keys, and I'm like, I'm such a dick. I'm such a fucking asshole.
all good,
the
man.
whole time. And then when Jackie came back, I'm like, I can't fucking believe I did this shit. This is so. I'm such a fucking jerk.
No, dude.
And usually I'm the type of person. I would like to believe that when I mix my different social groups, that I make a conscious effort to
you don't compartmentalize. You integrate everybody.
Yeah, I try to
Yeah.
integrate something. I
And
try
the
to see
common grounds.
Yes.
So that way, yeah.
I try to derail a conversation that's too personal between people,
Yeah.
And so I texted him some gay ass apology
It was
afterwards.
a block of text. I was like,
Yeah.
why do I have a book from Jeff? What the hell?
I just
don't wanna
felt
read
really
this.
bad. I don't know. Haven't
Give
you
me the
guys?
Cliff
You guys
Notes.
ever I know Steven's been in that situation now because I made it.
That's really what it was. Is he invited me so he could shame me and then talk about it later.
That's all I
on.
could thought about. I was just like, oh my god, such a.
No,
Such a
that's
fucking loser.
that's all part of to me, it's all part of being Southern and having that social grace kind of thing. That you see a conversation going away from you, and then you politely bow out and float somewhere else.
You're right, and honestly, I've always, from what little time I've spent, on the East Coast, they are very good at that, and usually the San Diego and California, La Jolla, we're known for being like that, having that kind of stuck up, isolated you come to the house party, and if you don't know anybody, you feel like a fucking loser, and it's hard to penetrate, into different groups.
Yeah.
So I felt terrible. I wanted to apologize.
It's all good, man. It wasn't that bad because I was just checking out chicks at the beach. I was like, oh, nice rack. Oh, shit, look at that ass. I'm going to take a nap.
In other words, a day in the life of Steven.
Seriously, it's just another Saturday, dude. Well, I was like, I'm going to go get a burrito. I was like, hey, dude, I'm going to get a burrito. You want a sandwich? No, I'm good. I'm going to go get a burrito. That was it, dude. In my head, that was all that happened. I was like, oh, what the fuck ever.
We even tried to go out and boogie board some waves, and somehow I ditched him. We went out and rode 2 waves, and I looked at him like, fucking Steven's gone. Where did Steven go? And 30 minutes later, you come walking and be like, oh, I got washed way down there. I'm like, oh my God, I let my friend get washed away by the current.
Way too protective mother. Like, oh my God, is he okay? Dude, I'm fine. Chill the fuck out. I'd be like, I'm a grown man. I can take care of myself.
No, but good on you for saying I'm sorry about that. Though.
When I was gone, I saw that there were a bunch of shark attacks, up in Huntington Beach.
You serious?
Yeah. It's they spotted a whole bunch of great white sharks out of Huntington Beach area, which is pretty close.
God, great whites aren't supposed to come that far in either. They're not really known for coming in towards.
It's no more fish in the ocean. It's
right,
start eating
just
people.
Google shark in Australia and find out how wrong you are.
Australia.
Where everything wants
everything
to
out
eat
there
you.
kills you,
Yeah.
dude. You go take a shit and there's a snake coming up through the toilet to bite you. That doesn't
No, that's New York. That shit.
Oh yeah, it's still nasty. Speaking of other countries, Rob went to Europe.
Great segue.
It was nice being away and not having to see Donald Trump on the news all the time,
yeah.
or having any.
So do they?
political
They don't
ads.
even care what's going on over here, do they?
Oh no, they do.
Oh,
Everyone's
shit.
really concerned.
God, we're
Everyone
really just embarrassing the fuck out of
So
ourselves.
we went to Sweden first, and we have friends and family friends that are there, and everyone wanted to talk about Donald Trump and wonder what the hell is going on.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone wanted to know what the heck was happening.
And did you tell him you already sent in your mail-in ballot for Trump?
No.
You tell them that's why you were there. I'm just scoping out a new house.
That's what I said. I said, if
place
it
to
goes
live.
the other way, then we're coming to live with you guys. So prepare a room.
Nice. What's Sweden look like? I heard it's beautiful over there.
Super pretty. It's green everywhere. Moose walking around.
Seriously? There's
Yeah.
wild mooses. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Moose.
everything's
Just
green.
moose.
One thing that's weird, at least about a lot of the places, Amsterdam and Sweden and London and the UK, everything's so green. You're flying in, about to land. It's beautiful, and then coming into LA and landing is damn. People who are coming from there, who live there, and coming to LA have to think, man, this place looks like shit.
This
it's
is
all
Hollywood,
smoggy
this is
and
it.
brown. There's no green anywhere. It just looks all
concrete,
gray.
everything. That sucks. That's gross.
Yeah, but it's really pretty over there. One thing that tripped me out in Amsterdam is just in Italy, everyone smokes cigarettes everywhere. It's like going to Vegas, when you're in a casino, but it's outside and everywhere. You can't get away from it. But then in Amsterdam, it's the opposite. Everyone smokes weed outside.
Oh, it's
So
just
I get off the train, start walking around, oh, that's weird. The whole city smells like marijuana.
In about
just a
45
big
minutes to an hour,
Yeah.
it wasn't so weird anymore, was it?
No, you just kind of
no.
get hungry, have some waffles and fries, and move on.
Awesome. Fries with mayo. That's yeah.
Yeah, fries with mayo is
that
the big
sounds
thing
gross.
there.
What were the European shoes that you guys were talking about that I wanted to get
Oh,
into?
the fancy feet.
Oh,
that
in,
mean?
in Italy, everyone has I don't know how to describe them. It's more of a visual thing, but they're really skinny, long-toed shoes.
They're Italian dress shoes. They're all
Yeah.
they.
But they wear them for regular shoes.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
for them, they're
walking
their
around in
shoes. Yeah. They're not Italian dress
That's
shoes.
just
They're
they're
the,
just
that's
shoes,
just the
yeah.
look of the regular shoe.
Yeah.
Not the round kind of shoe that we all have on our tennis shoes.
Yeah.
No, they're long.
But are they dress shoes or are they kind of?
We would call them dress shoes, but they're just shoes.
They're just shoes.
Yeah, I
They're
don't know
much
what
fancy.
I don't
So
know
how
what
did
their
they
dress
step?
shoes
How
look
did they
like.
step it up from there then? Because
Seriously,
I
what
don't
did
understand. How do you get more fancier than their dress shoe?
You just put on a
Quality.
jacket. That's all.
Yeah.
Everything's fancy
Say-
all the
say-
They're
time.
always
glass
wearing
shoe.
dress pants and a dress shirt, so they just put on a jacket. That's it.
As they say, there are shoes, and then there are shoes, and you definitely know if they're wearing the former or the latter, depending on.
Who says that? Who's they?
Somebody says it. Fucking Eurotrash says it. I don't know. No, but you can tell quality of construction, quality of materials. You can just tell. There's it's just a different shoe. There's an Oxford. Here, a good example would be I'm going to wear G.H. Bass and Company Saddle Oxford Very popular brand for a saddle Oxford. Very common shoe.
I'm so fucking
you
lost,
speaking
dude.
English?
Yeah.
yes.
I got you, dude.
I'm not rich enough
All right.
to understand what the fuck's going
No,
on
I mean,
over
you, know,
there.
you can get a good pair of Bass saddle Oxfords for $40, $50.
Where do Nikes fall in line? That's what I.
No, that's the thing.
Leisure.
Like it's you do not wear an athletic shoe casually.
Oh, but Skechers over there, big business.
Yeah.
Really? I thought that's the poor man's shoe here.
It is, but in Amsterdam, it's either like fancy shoes or
Skechers, yeah,
Everyone has
because
Skechers.
they're super comfortable to them because
That
they're smaller.
and Burger King is like the shit over there. It's
Really?
everywhere.
Why?
I don't know. It's terrible
Well-
here, but it's popular
Wait,
over there.
I've seen pictures of
I
their
did not
McDonald's
have-
from my brother, where you can get like fucking wine and shit, like in,
Oh, yeah.
in the McDonald's.
It's coming in a box. A little juice box of wine.
I don't remember where we saw. I think McDonald's in Rome
Like the
have
orange
cannolis.
juice, like the orange juice. You
You
like
get cannolis.
you
Make-
fold,
it's a mi-
you
it's a-
fold the
is it
little
a
triangle thing
McCannoli?
backwards.
I don't know. In Paris, I didn't go to Paris this time, but in Paris at McDonald's they have French macarons you can buy.
French mac. What the fuck's a
I bet
French
you even
A
those are
macaroon.
good.
Oh,
like a-
well, you call them macaroni. I was like, what the fuck's
No, it's a macaroon is like a regular
It's
cookie.
a
Macaron
coconut
is like
one.
two meringue cookies with a ganache middle, and it's
Same,
fucking
said-
delicious.
same word.
You just
they
said
just
a lot
say
of
it
fancy
different.
words that I don't understand.
Okay, you know what? No, shameless plug. Go to Bread AC.
It's not
in,
as good as an
Hillcrest.
Oreo. That's all I know.
No, it's fucking
Definitely not
way
as American.
better. It's
No,
way
because
better
I've
than
I've
Oreo.
tried them and I'm just like, not as good as an Oreo.
No,
Paris
they're
Parfait
good.
downtown has pretty good ones.
Okay.
Bread AC
check it
has
out.
them in Hillcrest. They're really fucking fantastic.
Did you bring anything back with you?
Other than herpes?
Other than
That's
herpes,
where my head went too.
we
We all think you got herpes.
we didn't really bring too much back. We brought some alcohol from Scotland, just some whiskey.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty much it.
You didn't bring Scotch back from Scotland?
It's Scotch whiskey.
I thought they were two separate things. Because you can blend them together, right? You can have a single malt or a...
Well, that's Scotch. I mean, it's just typically called Scotch because whiskey. There's whiskey in the U.S. with an E, and there's whiskey in Europe without an E, and it's too confusing. So Scotch is Scotch. It's still Scotch whiskey without an E, and then there's other whiskey with an E. That's Crown Royal. That's Jim Beam. That's
Oh, okay.
Jack
Okay,
Daniels.
I
stuff
like
that.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Everything you just named. I'll drink
course.
all of that stuff.
That's what Americans
It's like
do
the
themselves.
champagne thing. It's like champagne has a weird thing. It's like it's basically sparkling wine, but it's only champagne if it
Comes from that
comes
specific
from
region.
the city called Champagne,
Sure.
supposedly.
Yeah, we tried.
No one gives a fuck. No,
We went
okay.
whiskey tasting in Scotland, and I had some terrible whiskey.
What?
Oh,
It-
Protestant
it taste-
whiskey.
It tasted like there was some really good stuff, but one of them I tried. It was definitely the acquired taste. It tasted like I went upstairs, got my smoker, and took all the charcoal out of it, and then shoved it all down my throat.
You
That
probably
sounds amazing.
no. That's
Oh, dude, that sounds so good. Like
No, like, some
it
people
probably,
like
it
that
probably
smoky,
tastes like
peaty
camping,
stuff.
dude. Just like, oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, it tastes like if you ate the charcoals from the campfire.
Yeah, that sounds.
That's exactly how it tasted.
You didn't
they-
like that?
It was disgusting.
Did they do the
killing
thing
me
where they
smalls.
heat up the glass, or the glass is hot when they pour it in there?
No,
No,
That's a thing.
we
Yeah.
in
you
Amsterdam.
like swish it around because the heat like makes the vapors and stuff.
It blooms it.
Yeah, blooms it.
No,
That's why they had the drop of water and the other stuff. So.
yeah, we had fancy like water droppers that you. Yeah, in Amsterdam we tried. It's not called gin; it's called Genever. It's how gin kind of originated, and so we went to a place that had been there since the 1600s.
Wow.
The distillery, and tried a whole bunch of gin, and they have a fancy they have these weird tulip like cups where they pour it all the way to the top, and to drink it appropriately you have to like bend over the bar, sip it, and then you can pick it up and drink it.
Okay. As is tradition, of course.
Tradition, yes.
And how old is that bar? Like 500 years old that you're in?
It's from the 1600s. It's been there.
Oh Jesus, that's awesome.
It's crazy.
That's got to be so cool.
That's
Like,
older than
I've
most
always,
countries.
I've always had a fantasy of being able to go into like an old Scotch bar that literally has like the original plank wood.
There is no mopping that will mop up 500 years worth of piss and puke. Come on. I mean, I don't want
it's
it
called
spark-
character, bro.
Yeah, I don't want it sparkling new, but that's what I think. Is I walk into this place and they're like, this has been here for 400 years.
Well, I don't
like,
plan on
how
sleeping on
many
the
people
ground.
are pissed on this. Just
It's yeah, dude. It adds character to the floor.
Yeah, I'm not trying to eat my food off the ground
Yeah.
or fuck on it.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to
It's
stand
in
in there.
medieval times. Like,
I
come
just
on.
stand in there and think this is what 400-year-old piss smells like. Right here, just
Yeah, it
it
smells
just
like
enriches
culture and heritage.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what it smells like.
Oh, did you see the? Before I came over here, I watched. It's just we're talking about old shit. Apparently, some ISIS group just blew up a like 2,500-year-old temple.
A
Like
mosque?
Yeah, some sort of mosque temple. And now they're saying that the next building is the pyramids.
That they're gonna blow up the
they're
pyramids.
They're threatening to go blow up the pyramids.
Wow.
And I'm
That'd
like,
be crazy.
whoa.
That would be a huge blow to Egypt because that's like their number one tourist attraction. If they didn't have the Sphinx or the pyramids, what the hell would Egypt have? Like a virus, and that's it.
Yeah.
The West Nile virus. Come see the virus.
I mean, in Rome, we went and saw the Colosseum and the Forum and
You
everything
saw
like
the Colosseum?
that. Heck yeah, that was so cool.
Fuck.
We got to go inside
Is it
it.
huge or is it small? Because like you know how some historical
No, it's
places
pretty big. It's
So
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Super cool. I wanted to go like down on
like
inside of
under
it,
the
but
floor kind of.
yeah, you have to have like special privileges or special tours to do
You
that.
have to
But-
kill at
Did
least
you
4
see
people.
Russell Crowe there?
Are you not entertained?
Was he still
Thank you.
in prison chains
Yeah,
under there?
He was chained up underneath. So it's not just the Colosseum. There's the whole Forum outside of it. So like giant columns and like the place where Caesar was burned and
they really don't like they keep this stuff, but at the same time, if you're not using it, they don't really care. Like it's still active, is it not?
The Colosseum.
Some of, I mean, the Colosseum's not, but like other things, like the Appian Way, people still walk on that.
oh yeah,
they still
for
use
sure.
that.
What's crazy is like the Colosseum and all that other stuff. It's just so old, and I was trying to think of what else is older than this that's still like a big thing, and it's the pyramids, like you said.
There's
be-
definitely older shit. Like,
Great Wall, maybe.
well, what about like the
My undies.
Well, there's older stuff, but not like as concentrated and as well preserved.
No, Rome's got to be the shit because all the stuff that they built lasted so fucking long. And like you said, there's so much of it all
It's
throughout Italy. There's all
everywhere.
there's domes everywhere. There's artwork. There's all the church funded, projects all over the place. It's got to be awesome. I was trying to think of, God damn it. There's the Easter Island. That shit's pretty fucking crazy.
That's
Sure.
old,
The
you know.
giant heads.
The Moai.
And then they but within like the last 5 years, they found out like they all
They
had
have a
bodies.
body.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
kind
they
of cool.
they only dug halfway and like, oh shit, keep going down.
And then I saw some other thing where they always wondered like, why the fuck do they drag all these particular rocks all the way over here? I don't know if you ever saw, but like they figured out that like if you hit them, they have like a ring resonance to them. Like there's special type of rocks that carry some sort of. Normally, you hit a rock, it just goes clank. Right? These things. These
Back
are like,
in ancient times, man did not have the technology to move these heavy stones. Therefore, aliens.
I fucking hate that guy. So
I
much.
love that show, man. It's
I
fucking
hate
crazy. His
that
hair
show.
is insane.
Wait, what show's that?
So
Ancient Aliens.
Ancient Aliens.
Oh, I never watched.
It's
it.
so,
it's on
it's
history.
so terrible.
It's on history, man. They don't have
It's so
anything good
terrible.
anymore.
No.
It's so fucking
Nothing.
pseudoscience, but it's delicious
Nothing.
how
It's-
bad it is.
It's the worst.
It's so terrible.
It's like a Bruce
Oh, that's
Campbell
that
movie.
aliens guy. That
Yes.
meme that
Yeah.
aliens
Where
was.
is
Alien.
Therefore,
There's pictures of
alien.
him like,
Anytime
through
there's-
the years where his hair keeps going up, like he's slowly getting abducted.
You know
just
what? You
by
know what
his
he
hair.
did before the show?
Huh.
He was a sports promoter. Like he promoted like D-grade wrestling matches and shit.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's
Wow.
crazy. Oh, I love that guy. He just cracks my shit up. He makes me feel better about myself in so many ways.
Okay, so since we're on the topic of awesome civilizations, let's go to a modern awesome civilization. Where are the Olympics being held? What shithole country are they in?
Rio.
Rio, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
everything's
Brazil.
poison and toxic and going to hell.
They can't clean anything, and Zika's everywhere.
So literally the opposite of Rio is Japan.
I can see that.
Where in
I
Japan?
would say yes.
Tokyo.
Everything's clean.
It is
tidy.
Tokyo.
It is Tokyo.
So it's the main event.
Is the main event. And the last time the Olympics were there, they had introduced the first, I think it was the first, maglev bullet train. Right? So this time, they're going to blow that shit out of the water. Because first off, they're going to introduce a few more maglev trains this time. So you're going to have a couple.
Okay.
You know, introducing the couple. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go from the least coolest shit up to the most coolest shit.
Okay.
So one of the things that they're gonna have is a village of robots. So this robot
Sounds
village
terrifying.
will be in Tokyo's
It's the Shyamalan movie, The Village of Robots.
Abdaiba's neighborhood, which will also be home to the athletes' Olympic Village. It's already home to a 60-foot Gundam statue.
Sick. Hell yeah.
I think I just came a little.
But they will be far from the only robots in the capital for the games. Here's the idea. Many of the 920,000 foreigners expected to populate Tokyo per day during the Olympics can call on the assistance of nearby robots to help them with instant language translation. So
that's
Japan plans on having instant spoken language translation on the fly. So they're going to have something like 62 different languages because they realize that most people don't speak Japanese, and most Japanese most certainly do not speak English.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I got to pause this for a minute. Did you see the pilot that's like the earbuds? Yeah, that does the instant translation like that. It's like
It's like a
$300.
Babblefish. Like, did you ever
Yeah.
read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? They put a fish
Exactly.
in somebody's ear and it translated.
Yeah,
The
it's
first time
basically
I
the
saw
same
that
thing.
idea was Dune when I was like 10 years old. Remember they put the thing in front of the guy's mouth
And he speaks. He's like, and it comes
then
out.
It comes out like
Yeah.
whatever the language is. So they basically want to have that technology perfected and all of the robots be able to answer and assist people. So
It's so cool.
they plan on having automated taxis, fully automated taxis, and
Like self-driving?
yeah,
So you
taxis.
I can just get in, start speaking Swahili or German or whatever.
Yeah,
the taxi will know.
you'll actually be able to, in like whatever the top 60 languages are, you should be able to ask a robot to call you a taxi to help you get to wherever it is you're trying to go, and then an automated taxi car show up and take you there.
That's so cool. See, that's why the Olympics needs to be in countries like this, because they do cool shit, not fuck Rio. Anyway.
Okay.
Not Rio, where they wax their fucking hoo-hoos and they have like great asses.
Well, that's awesome for a different reason.
yeah, yeah. As long as you don't get Zika virus, you're good.
The government bankrolled the National Institute of Information and Communications Technology offers Voictra, a real-time translation app that accommodates 27 languages for text translation and includes some other companies that I can't pronounce the names. Voice translation is a bit harder, and the agency says that the app understands right now 90% of spoken content. It'll cover English, Japanese, Korean, Chinese so far, and is expected to accommodate more languages by 2020. The software will be available on all the computers, all phones, and tourist-dense spots like landmarks and shopping centers for safety.
Okay, wait a minute. Just to put it in perspective, 90% equates to, if I were going to ask you, can you tell me where the bathroom is? 90% would translate to you, me, bathroom.
All I need to get along, dude. Come on.
Look, man, as long as I can take a piss, we're good.
You gonna buy me a drink first,
If some
or what?
guy comes up to you and says, hey, you, me, bathroom, in English, are you going to be like, yeah, it's over there? Well, you're going to be like, rah!
Yeah, but can you imagine, like, there's going to be, like, hundreds of little Osimos running around, answering people's questions and assisting them, and then calling automated cars.
They got to get better than 90%.
They have
I just imagine little Hello Kitties, like
robot
running.
taxi...
Oh,
Robot taxi plans from DENA, the Japanese gaming giant that is planning to get driverless taxis on Tokyo's roads by 2020 for the Olympic Games. And the article kind of went on to explain that Tokyo is basically one of, if not the most densely populated cities on the planet.
Yes.
And they have the most commuter traffic density. So
Even more than Beijing?
them being able to have automated cars work in basically one of the highest densely commuter traffic cities in the world will be basically
huge.
Yeah, huge. Basically saying, well, then it can be done anywhere.
Yeah.
If it can be done there, it can be pretty much done anywhere.
Yeah.
The other thing is they plan on broadcasting all of the Olympic Games in Japan in glorious 8K. So that's
Yeah,
gonna be
where
there.
nobody but anybody in Japan could watch it.
That's right. But all of the foreigners will come and be able to watch 8K, quality television.
So
It's a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone.
Yeah,
If you
let me
do
get
it for
this-
the big event, then you
You can do it, yeah. But let's get this straight. So we're going to take the most densely populated area on the planet.
Yep.
And do what we can to make sure more people come.
Yep.
That's like the total opposite of San Diego right there, completely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't understand where this conversation.
They're better than us.
No.
The other thing,
They also don't spend billions of dollars on military. That's
true.
why they're
No,
better. They're
like,
better than us.
Us, yeah, they let us. Well, actually,
Well,
we
they don't.
forced them to
They
make
don't
us do
let
it.
us. Yeah, we made them.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
They
Also
also
made them nerds and made them so rich.
Yeah.
I know they also plan on having like a ridiculously high Wi-Fi available there as well.
They'll probably do LiDi. Or is that what it's called? Li-Fi? No, it's
Li-Fi?
where they
Oh, yeah.
like where they flash a bulb like super super fast, and they can. I think they can get like over a gigabit per second now with that.
It's just
That's
like a bulb
crazy.
Yeah,
flashing.
it's your light, and it flickers so much that the human eye can't detect it, but
it's like
they've got
fluorescent
sensors
lights,
that
'cause
pick it up.
Fluorescent lights
Yeah.
do that too. They
Problem
flicker
is,
on
it
and
doesn't go through walls. Obviously, it's light.
Right.
off. That kind of sucks.
The other
Put
thing
your phone under the desk and
they
no Wi-Fi.
yeah.
If you just fuck with people, you're like with your hand over their phone, like no. Sorry.
No, it's all
Another
good.
visual thing that people can't hear. 'Cause I'm a
I
fucking
think
idiot.
that the other thing about like
Drama
light,
picture.
light actually bounces pretty well. So it's not as just because you can't see the light doesn't mean the light's not there.
That's deep.
Doesn't mean it can't be
That's
picked
so
up.
deep.
They also have sunk like billions of dollars into using algae as a fuel source.
That's cool.
And they want to have something like half of all the airplanes bringing people into Tokyo fueled by algae fuel. They're airplanes.
I'll be talking to Willie Nelson about that shit.
They
You know
also
what's cool
plan
about
on,
that is like if you crash land in the ocean, you can probably just scoop up some fuel, put it in there, and take off.
Yeah, because
I
so
don't
many
really
It
planes
just turns
run out
into
of
a
fuel.
it just turns into a boat. I don't
Yes,
think I don't
and Rob, don't ruin my dream.
think when you say they crash into the ocean, I don't think fuel is their problem.
Thank you.
It's not a lack of fuel.
All right, I'll shut up. Keep going.
They want to have hydrogen-powered buses and buildings. The plan is to make the entire Olympic Village hydrogen-powered, complete with at least 100 fuel cell-operated buses, press lounges, and athlete dorms.
Oh, didn't they see that
totally
James Bond
doable.
movie where they did that?
The government also wants 6,000 of the cell-powered cars and roads to be. I chopped this off somehow. Anyways, okay. So, but here's the most badass thing. This is the most badass thing.
Okay. It gets better.
Oh, it gets better.
Better than Roomba's translated.
This actually sounds like a really bad idea, but
Okay.
yet also equally awesome. Okay.
Let's hear it.
You know how like other countries have things like fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck fireworks.
What do you do then?
How about an artificial meteor shower?
Yes.
How about
Fuck
that?
yeah.
How about an artificial meteor shower, you cunts? They have
That's
hired.
fucking
Sounds
dope.
like a terrible idea with buildings filled with hydrogen.
Yeah.
Self-driving cars are.
Which
Okay,
one was it?
so-
Which Daniel Craig was it that they did that? The La Perla, where he was in South America? What was the name of that one? I can think of it any other time but now.
The Daniel Quantum of Solace?
That's it. Yeah. Because that whole, like, the whole last 30, 45 minutes of it are them blowing shit up in this fucking hotel
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're all fuel cells.
Yeah.
Now they're going to have a meteor shower on a town on the most densely populated city in the world. It's full of fucking fuel
I told
cells.
you, it sounds
Where
bad,
it's
but
prone
it's
for
also
earthquakes,
awesome.
too.
Oh
Yes.
God.
Have you, speaking of fireworks and meteor showers, have you seen, there's a video that was going around YouTube, and instead of fireworks, there's like thousands of drones with lights attached
Yes,
to them.
I've seen that.
Have you seen
Those
that?
are
No,
pretty
that
cool.
sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Because think about like you send
Choreograph
all the
it.
drones up. They're all choreographed. They look like fireworks, or it looks like an LED screen in the sky.
Yeah.
But think about like Disneyland or even SeaWorld. They shoot off fireworks every day.
Right.
And how much money and pollution that is. But if you just send up all your electric drones, you can create a sky LED. like a Sky TV.
That's so
How
cool.
awesome of a business would that be to start? We're just like,
It'd
I'm
be
just gonna
great.
give-
It'd never work here because there's so many airfields in such close proximity. You can, there's really
Yeah, but you can
nowhere
just do it
fly a
like
drone.
literally like 50 feet in the air,
Yeah.
and you're good.
It,
They've actually done it here. I think they did it during one Halloween. I remember watching. You know how they do like the Monster Jam and stuff down
Yeah.
in San Diego. I remember looking at something that was an outdoor thing, and they had advertised a drone air spectacle or something as part of it.
Disneyland's rich. Well, they shoot off all the fireworks, so they have the rights.
the
of-
clearance over it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
drones have that limitation. That's the thing. That's what the guy at work's been getting into drones lately, and it's like there's almost nowhere you can fly those.
But I mean, Disney's big enough they could get the license for it, or they could like come on.
It's
They'll
all
pay
over their
somebody
own
off.
property. Either way, now they're gonna have to like fix that Disney intro where you get the shooting star and then the fireworks go off, and
It's
now
gonna
it's
be
just
a
gonna be a bunch of
drone.
drones like flying in the back of it. Which would kind of like compete. Wait, is Pixar Disney? No, that's its own
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Pixar
Yeah.
was bought by Disney.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah. They already have that little lamp thing, the little robot thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits right in with their theme. So, Japanese astronomy startup called ALE wants to shower streams of man-made meteors across the sky, which could make for the most badass opening ceremony ever.
Does it literally say that in the article?
Yes.
Wow.
ALE was launched by Lina Okijama, an astronomy professor. The idea is pretty out there, literally. The team is working with Japanese universities to design a cube-shaped microsatellite that can be launched into space, and the world's first project of its kind shoot out tiny inch-wide spheres made of a secret material. Friction with the air will cause them to glow while racing at 5 miles per second. Space.com reports that there is no worry for space junk since these fake stars burn upon re-entry like real space projectiles. Says that their carefully guarded chemical makeup lets them glow as much as a magnitude 3 star. I don't know how that relates to anything,
Decently
but
bright.
makes at least like 50 watts, right? Good.
It's visible
Well,
enough to see.
It's got a
from
couple of
Yeah,
lumens.
so-
If you've seen a meteor go through the air, it's probably about like that.
Yeah, so if they're going to burn up upon re-entry, they're pretty high up then. So it better be a pretty clear night. when
Yeah,
all
well, you
this
got to think
goes
about it. They're
on.
only going to be an inch. But they're going to you can go to the ALE website. If anybody's actually interested after, you can go to the website and actually watch. And it's basically like a satellite box that opens up. They'll fall down, like hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah.
So you'll basically have the most spectacular meteor shower of all time because you'll be able to concentrate probably thousands of them in one spot.
Yeah.
So I read that
cool.
like a month ago. I was like, wow, I wish I could fucking go to the Japanese Olympics now. Just to fucking see
It's only
that.
4
would be
years,
really
bro.
cool.
Start
Yeah.
saving.
It's not that far away.
You don't think? Yeah, but aren't Olympic tickets kind of like sold well in advance, kind of like the World Cup? You got to buy like 20 years out.
I don't know.
You got to buy them in fair enough advance, and they're not cheap. But especially for this, but yeah, you could still go and do it. It's not like you have to actually attend the Olympics. If
Yeah,
you're just in
that's
the city
true.
when this shit goes down, yeah, that's.
I would
it's gonna
like
be
to
real.
just go and try to fuck a robot and watch some stars fall from the sky. It sounds like a good time. That's worth at least $2,000.
That sounds like an anime, a really shitty anime. Just like, oh, it's really slow. No. Okay. We go to a game.
Okay. Should we play our? How old is it?
Oh,
How
God,
old is
I'm
she?
scared to now after all this Japanese virtual robot sex talk.
How old is this woman right here?
Dude, the 14-year-old?
No.
What are you guys talking about?
How old does this girl look?
She's 17.
That 30-year-old? She's clearly 24, 5?
And that's enough of that.
Good call. We should really just focus that down to the Al Bundy part. That's my favorite part.
I'll work on that.
Okay, so I actually put this all into an Excel sheet and modified it so you guys can we can guess some real scores and make a real heated game about this. You guys fired up? I can fucking sense it. The energy is high in this room.
I'm going. I'm
We're
good to
appreciate
go.
you
We're
guys.
listening for it.
I've been
Okay.
losing a few.
How about
I need
another
to
beer?
into
Can I
it.
get one of those?
Yeah.
My energy's slipping. You guys are letting the. Is there one? How many are left? You guys already had two? I thought
already
we had a
had two.
6-pack.
Yeah, I already drank 2. He already drank 2.
You guys already drank two? What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Well, it must be easy when you guys aren't doing any talking. Just sit back, feel entertained.
All I have to do, all I'm here for is commentary, really.
Okay, I appreciate the effort.
I crack a joke. I say I'm brown. Ha ha ha. We all laugh. We eat a burrito. We're good.
You milked an apology out of Jeff.
Yeah, I didn't even do that. He brought it on his own accord.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so this game
I brown shamed him.
is you brown shamed me. Yeah, it's called White Guilt. It's called White
I
Guilt.
was trying to keep that away from you, dude.
Ginger guilt in this case. Wow.
Yes, because life is so easy as a ginger. Let me tell you,
All that pale
the
skin.
It
privileges.
should be easy.
Privileges.
You're white as everything, and you have no fucking soul. What more do you want?
Some money.
See,
That's all I really care about.
reparations for being.
reparations for being ginger.
Okay, so
Material is the only way to fill that void where that soul would be. Yeah.
every other game I've kind of chosen women at random, but this time I've decided to do a theme. Especially during the height. What are we, like mid-season in Game of Thrones?
No, we have 3 episodes left,
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck,
that
it's
hurts
so
my
good
feelings.
too.
and next
Okay.
season's only going to be a half season.
Oh,
Are they
Robert.
doing like just 5, or is it? I heard it was going to be like they're going to cut back to like 9 or 8 episodes, and then 7 or 6,
I
and
don't.
then
Yeah, I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but I could see him doing 6 and then 6 and then
Yeah.
have it be done. Thinking about it too, if where it's going, there's got to be so much CGI in the last bits for all the wars and stuff like that. So it makes sense to break it up over 2 seasons and just blow all the
no,
budget.
they're filming this shit
Yeah.
in like
On,
what,
like-
Croatia or something, or Bulgaria or whatever, somewhere in the southeastern of Europe. They'll just go hire a bunch of fucking Croats to come out there and act
But with
like
the
they're
White
not drunk.
Walkers, like the Hard Home episode last year
true,
with all
yeah.
the White Walkers, like leading up to that, no CGI, all the CGI, and then after the last 2 episodes, there's none.
Yeah, because all their budget goes to that.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to look at something creepy? Look up a picture of Anderson Cooper and tell me he doesn't look like a White Walker. Crystal blue eyes, blonde, like pure white
he's
hair.
Great.
He's
It's
freaky,
silver
dude.
hair.
He
man.
definitely looks like
Yeah.
he's been doing meth for a
He's
while.
definitely the king of the White Walkers. I'm just saying. I'm saying, look it up, dude. Like I saw that CNN, or like it was CNN. Or
Have you ever
ABC
seen
or
his
whatever.
mother?
No,
You don't know anything about Anderson Cooper?
no, I don't follow
He
him.
does-
Mama's
that thing
super
has a
rich.
mother.
His mother is Gloria Vanderbilt.
Who's that?
She's like, if there was a such thing as American royalty, that would pretty much be it. Vanderbilts, Carnegies, Rockefellers. Yeah, they're these huge dynastic families of America that had enormous amounts of
Oh,
wealth.
so you're saying that guy's never struggled?
No, he's never fucking
Fuck
struggled.
that guy.
He's
then.
a White Walker. He's just
Yeah, he doesn't
hacking
have
his
to.
way through.
I've
shit.
never liked his music, anyways.
That one took me a second. I was like,
Age gap. Fucking Star Wars generation, man. Let me tell you.
Okay, so Game of Thrones is a theme of how old is she, and I expanded it out because some of these are kind of interesting, and plus, I think there's a lot of female characters in that show that we like. So
Are you going to say their character name or their actual name?
And are we talking about the character age or the actress's age?
Definitely the actress's age.
Yeah, because we don't even know
okay.
how long a year is on
Yeah.
that fucking show, to be honest.
So the first person, Sophie Turner, who plays Sansa.
Sansa Stark.
Sansa Stark. Okay, and we're gonna start with Rob. Rob, what do you
She's
in real life?
In real
what
life-
is what is Sophie Turner's age?
she's 22.
Okay,
Solid guess.
uh,
You want to put on the music? or no?
Chad's next.
I don't remember which button it is.
Oh, hold on. Let's play roulette.
Oh,
You
Nice.
lucky motherfucker.
I think it's that one.
I'm going to say 24.
Chad goes 24.
Those fucking Brits, man, I tell you.
She's British.
I think most of them are.
You
they're
know,
from
fuck,
over
dude.
there.
I don't know. I'm just asking. I think when she first started, they were trying to portray her as like a 16, 17-year-old. So usually when they cast those people, they cast them in their 20s. And now the show's been around for a while. She's in her starting her mid 20s. So I want to say she's in real life. The actress is 26. That's what I'm gonna say.
22, 24, and 26. Great.
Pretty good.
Okay. Sophia Turner, who plays Sansa Stark, is actually 20 years old.
Shit.
Damn,
Way
she looks
younger than I
right on the
thought.
nose, dude.
Yep. Rob got 2 points. Chad's got 4. Steven's got 6. The next young lady who plays Marjorie Tyrell is played by actress Natalie Dormer. Rob, how old do you think Natalie Dormer is?
That one's tough. I feel like I can't tell how old she is. I want to say she's older, but if Sansa's only 20 years old, I'll say she's 27.
Fuck you. That was my guess. Son of a bitch.
Damn it. $1, Bob.
She's 1 year old.
You go last. Chad?
It's 'cause I'm brown.
You know what? I'm going to go 1 year younger. I'm going to go 26.
She plays in a lot of like young movies. Like she was in the Hunger Games, so that's aimed at a younger demographic. She can't be that old. 27 was a really good guess. I think that's right in the nose, dude.
There's no reason you can't guess 27.
Nah.
It's unprecedented.
I'm not Trailblazer. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 28.
Natalie Dormer was born February 11th, 1982, making her 34.
What?
Ah.
Oh, I lucked out.
Okay. Margaret Constance.
She's 34, really? She does
Yeah.
not look 34 at all.
I know,
dude.
she's great, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why when I was looking at the video, I was like, oh, I'm going to do more than 3. Okay, so, plus I think anybody who listens to this knows who the hell we're talking about, right? 100%? Like
They should.
Yeah.
You gotta, everybody
The flack
knows.
I got on Facebook for posting something about it that
It's because you did a spoiler, dude. That's
I
why.
wanted the
You've
first
done
time.
multiple spoilers. You were the reason why I got spoiled from the Hodor thing was from our stupid Facebook page.
Oh my
Wow.
god. That is so funny.
And I put the first Game of Thrones post I put on there. I said I didn't do a spoiler this time. I probably will next
Nobody
time.
reads the fine
No,
print. You
yeah.
have to put spoiler alert at the top of every single one, dude.
For sure. Okay.
I did this time.
Rob,
It wasn't even the link; it was the hashtag that I figured out what happened.
And then I left like a gap. You know, like you have to keep.
you got to
continue
scroll
reading.
through anyways.
Yeah.
It only scrolls one direction.
I just made sure.
Anyways,
Just yeah.
Okay, so Margaret Constance, who plays Arya Stark. Rob, how old do you think Arya Stark is?
Arya?
Or, yeah, Arya. Arya, yes.
Arya.
Margaret Constance. How old is Margaret Constance?
she looks like a little kid, but she is 20.
20. Wow. Okay.
Chad?
I'm gonna say 18. She's in that range because I know she just came of age.
It's not weird that
okay,
you know
fucking
that.
predator.
No, because I thought she was playing like an 11, 12-year-old girl on the show, and I'm like, how old is she to be
I
doing
think
the
she's supposed
sword
to be.
fighting?
Like,
Yeah. So, yeah, and she's like, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything else because Steven's still gotta go.
Weird.
Shut up.
I've actually seen her on videos that like teenagers react to whatever. Like teenagers react to VHS tapes. Teenagers react to Mario Brothers. So she's actually pretty young, I think. I'm going to shoot for, I think a girl is 15 years old. Yeah, I like
A
that.
girl has no age.
A girl has no age.
You're going 15?
15, she's pretty young.
You're
She's
way
on
off,
the video.
dude.
She's like, no, I'm telling you,
I
she's
know
young.
she's 17 at
Okay.
some point
she's
during
young,
the show.
dude. She's like, I'll be surprised if she's 15. She's probably more like 13.
Margaret Constance was born April 15th, 1997, making her 19 years
Fuck
old.
you. Fuck you. Fuck
I
you,
knew
your
she
ass.
was either the same age as Sansa or just. They're only like months apart.
Seriously? Oh,
Yeah.
well, obviously. I can't math. They don't look at it all. It's because one's really tall and one's really short. That's why there's a height difference.
So I'm gonna put these two in your brain so you can think about it, and I'm gonna recap the scores. Okay. So the next one is gonna be Brienne of Tarth.
Oh, shit.
Okay, played by Gwendolyn Tracy, and then after that we will do Melisandre, Carice Anouk von Houten.
All right,
The
so wait,
red chick.
the actual redheaded chick, not the actual.
I was
granny
wondering if
chick.
you were going to put her in there. I was like, you better put this chick in here, dude.
The one that shows her tits all the time?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck
Come on.
yeah. Of course. Otherwise, I was going to have to boot the fuck out of Aria, whatever her name is. No tits, get out.
It's pronounced DeGrasse.
DeGrasse. So, right now, the standing is still pretty close. Rob's got 10 points. Chad has 13. And
course I'm in
Steven
last
trailing with 16.
Not bad.
It's still anybody's
A 3
game.
point spread is not bad.
And they're all older women too now, so I still have,
Or are
a
they?
snowball chance in hell.
Okay, so, Rob, what are your thoughts on Gwendolyn Tracy, who plays Brienne of Tarth?
She's a giant.
Do you want to know how tall she is?
Yes, I do.
She's 6'3".
Shit. Dude, that's NBA shit.
This one's tough.
Wait, Rob, how tall are you?
Just like 6'1", a little under.
She's a little bit tall. Fucking A.
Not a
that's
little
tall.
bit.
No,
She's like
she's
2 inches taller than
That's like, damn,
That's
dude.
about the size of your penis.
Oh, burn! Fuck you.
Hey, wait, he just got out of the water. Get him a break.
Oh. Go ahead, Rob.
He said he got washed way down. I mean, come on.
This one's tough. I don't know if I've seen her in anything else. I know she was in Star Wars, but
Thank you.
so it's hard.
waiting
It's
for that
hard.
one.
She was
to,
a stormtrooper.
No, she was the stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Oh,
She
the
was
one with
Chrome.
She was Phasma.
She was the chrome one.
no, she's
Okay.
not that one.
Oh, like the main badass.
Yeah, she's the Chrome one.
Okay.
This one's tough. I'll have to go conservative. I'll say she's 28.
Chad? Brienne of
33.
Tarth.
Just shooting it right out there. 33. I'm not going to let her bigness and matronly features throw me off too much.
Steven, where are you
Counting
coming
on
in?
your fingers over there.
I'm going to get exactly the middle of you guys because I need to make points, dude. I need to fucking make a points. So if I'm in the middle, like if one of you guys hits it, I'm going to get a little bit. Like I played it safe. 31. 31.
31.
You mad at me for counting on my fingers? The fuck, dude?
He just said he can't math. Come on.
I'm a designer, dude. I
Sorry.
don't use my head like that.
Brienne of Tarth, Gwendolyn Tracy,
Come on, 31.
is 38 years old.
Fuck. Wow.
She looks good for almost 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do keep in mind, nobody here knows my actual age, so no, she don't.
You're
look
at
that
least
good.
infinity.
At least.
Okay, so we actually had kind of a change in score there. Rob now has 20.
Shit.
Chad has 18. And Steven's got 23.
Come back up.
Okay.
Almost 18. Wait, 18.
So it's all about this one.
Last
Fuck,
round,
okay.
we'll go in reverse. We'll give Steven the chance to open up.
Okay.
Melisandre, I gotta try to say this name one more time. Carice Anouk Van Houten.
Van Houten.
Van Houten. Steven, how old are Melisandre's titties?
They're perfect, like in I don't know, like a firm, supple 23-year-old. Her
Get a
herself
room.
though. Fuck off, man. I'm gonna say
You imagine doing some serious damage with that 2-inch cock?
Beat them nipples all day.
Good news is she'll let you do anal.
yeah, right. I'm gonna say she's 42. I feel like it's pretty safe. Yeah. Fuck yeah, 42. I already said it.
Okay. Rob.
So what was the point spread again? It was 20,
18, 23,
23. Okay. What was your answer?
42.
42. Okay, I'll say she's 46.
All right. And Chad?
38.
38.
I'm screwed no matter what because I'm in the middle between you guys. Doesn't matter. Even if I hit it right in the nose, I'm so fucked.
Carice Anouk Van Houten is 39 years old. I'm surprised you guys got that high. Like you guessed that high. I don't think I would have guessed.
You can
that
see
high.
the wrinkles, dude. She looks a little bit like
She's
more
a little
mature.
older. Yeah, no,
Mature.
she does.
Yeah.
And actually, if you go Google image search her, She was fine as fuck.
Oh, dude, of
Like,
course
she was so fucking
Of course she was.
Okay, so the scores. In last place, not Brown, Rob.
I was like, why is Rob cheering for not being brown? Like, I know it's cool and all, but
Still
fuck.
a victory, but still the loser. In second place, we have Steven with 26 points, and crushing it, Chad comes in at 19 points.
The age that he likes to, whatever.
The age of little boys he hangs out with.
I'm not Catholic.
It's illegal
Wow.
as age of consent.
It depends on
Everywhere.
which state.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
It's
That's
at
way
least
too
18.
old for Catholic. You're clearly not
If you
Catholic.
take a decade off that, you're set.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, that's it then. Oh, hey, before we peace out, anybody going to the fair? Interest in the fair?
No, I
Nope.
thought about Kaboo though.
What the hell's that?
It's like the they want it to be the upper class Coachella in Del Mar.
Kaboo?
Yeah, KAABO.
What exactly is the upper class of Coachella?
Yeah, it's
Is
They
it
have
seats?
comedians. It's
a lot of different acts. There are like 3 or 4 acts and 3
instead of
or
it
4
being in
comedians.
the desert where you fry to death, it's right by the water.
Oh, well, then that's right up my alley. That's why I didn't want to go to Lightning in the Bottle. I was like, in the desert.
I've got really like anti-opinions of that. Like it's a music festival. It doesn't really have an identity. They're trying to hit way too many people. They don't know who to bring there.
It's only year.
try
It's
to
only
bring-
year
yeah.
2. It almost didn't happen this year.
Yeah, because it did horrible last year.
It was too expensive.
That's
for,
what I'm saying.
It's
and,
heinous,
the-
for who
the-
it was.
Yeah, the acts aren't big enough, and they are like maybe
Last year, the
were
biggest
big.
band was No Doubt.
Yeah, and that's when they were trying to come back, and they didn't even do that great of a job.
Yeah, and we already figured out Gwen's like 65 years old.
Still
on
hot.
one of the other
So
games.
hot.
Still,
Still so
right.
No, this year they've got a few more acts that are bigger than last year. I think
But it's like they're not hitting. They're trying to be too.
they're not
many
hitting
things.
a Coachella demographic.
Well, no. Even if you're not doing that, if you're Bonnaroo or you're Stagecoach, you still at least hit like you have a genre, or at least you try to bring
Well,
a
that's-
certain type of person.
well, that's the thing.
But
Like,
who
if
are you trying to bring with Steve Aoki, and then like I don't know who else is headlining Kaboo.
How
Jimmy
much is it
Buffett.
to go?
Yeah, like who? How many people are both Steve Aoki and Jimmy Buffett fans? Like,
Yeah,
they're
it's too
one
all
person.
over the place.
How much is it to go?
The cheapest is just a hair under $300.
Yeah,
The
that's
most
fine.
What's
expensive is
Coachella?
Coachella's $325 as
Yeah.
a general admission, and then $80 for a camping pass
80. So you have to pay the $80 to camp
to get a
too?
camping pass there. It's worth, dude.
At least you don't have
Camping,
to camp here.
yeah, well, dude, camping's worth it because everybody just does drugs and fucking parties for 3 days.
I could,
It's
but
so
I
awesome.
feel like that scene wouldn't be acceptable in
No, because it's at
around
Del
here.
Mar.
Yeah, Del Mar.
They don't want that. So as soon as you're done, you Uber out and then you go home and you come back. It's not. It's,
Oh,
I'm
it's
telling
not like
you, dude,
it's not like a 3-day event type thing.
It is, but
It
you
is,
don't.
but you can't stay there.
Yeah,
because
you
Del
come
Mar
back.
has like a noise ordinance. They got to shut down at 10 o'clock and
That's
move
what
everything
I'm
in
saying.
there.
Why would you hold a music festival in Del Mar? It's a bunch of fucking old curmudgeonly people.
No,
there.
it's just like
It's
that
just- I
thing. Were we talking about this on the beach about how like all the cool poor artists create the scene, right? And then the rich people
Yeah.
come in and fuck it all up.
That's what they're trying to
The
do.
rich
They're,
pe- the
they're
rich
trying to
pe-
cash in on a music
Yeah.
festival, and it's not going to happen. Like,
No culture. Fuck you, old white people.
that's all they're trying to do. Like, I
You
don't know.
cultureless old fucks.
It's just a chance for me to go see Jimmy Buffett.
Burn
which,
it down.
Which everybody I know that appreciates music hates on me for liking Jimmy Buffett, but I like Jimmy Buffett. I
Jimmy
don't
Buffett's
care.
terrible.
Thank you.
Are you a parrot head?
I wouldn't say I'm a parrot head, but he and I have some distinct similarities in common. And leave it at that.
I wanted to touch on this too, just because it's relative, and probably by next week it won't be. So apparently, Google, I don't know who, but Google employees, right? Google associates, they're the most invited corporation into the White House, and they actually go to the White House something like an average of once a week. And they've actually been, nobody knows for sure, but it's very interesting when if you were to go to the Google search bar, right? And you know how like when you start typing stuff in, it tries to guess your answer?
Sure.
And that guess is actually based on what other people are typing in. It's not necessarily what your actions and everything are calculated. It's just how closely that associates with the highest number of other similar searches. And if you type in Hillary, CRI, right, for like criminal or crime or whatever, it will say like Hillary crime reduction or crime plan or crime something, right? And it won't say Hillary criminal, right? Or what, it won't say it won't give you any of those suggestions.
Any of the negative stuff, yeah.
Yeah, any of the negative stuff. And what's interesting is if you go to the Google like trends section where you can see how much stuff is actually being searched for, you can actually see, I don't know, have you ever done that, Google Trends? If you go to Google Trends, you can actually type in any word, phrase, person, name, and you can see an overarching timeline over like a decade and see how much people have searched for that thing at any point in time.
Yeah, there's actually a site, what was it called? I think it was like Google Feud. We were into it last year at work, where you go and you try to guess what is the most popular Google search given, part of the phrase. And it was just a stupid little site somebody made, and we all sat around and tried to guess all the time. But,
oh, that's funny.
No, you could say we're getting into tinfoil hat territory.
No, we're not, because this is the thing that's interesting. Okay, so if you type in Google Hillary CRI, right? If you type in Hillary criminal, right, you will see a gigantic bunch of people searching for that. Like their own trend lines show you that it is like almost top of the charts. And if you type in the thing that they're suggesting, it doesn't exist. It doesn't register. And these phrases are only for Hillary. If you type in Bernie stuff, the expected Bernie things or expected Trump things that you would expect to come up, like Trump, racist.
I type in Hillary CRI, I get Hillary criticism, Hillary cries, Hillary criminal email, Hillary cringe, and Hillary criticizes Obama 2008.
Right, and somebody already did like a whole breakdown on it, right? So they chose a bunch of different phrases, and then when they went to Yahoo and Bing, and they type Hillary, CRI, boom, criminal comes up. The things that actually are trending on Google's trends. And then they go to show you that there was a guy who did a study who took a bunch of people, and he wanted to see if he could influence people's opinions of other famous people, if he could control the search results. And his study shows that he could influence more than 50% of people's opinion of somebody just by sculpting what the search results were about that person when they came up. Right? They took people, they gave one group genuine search results, right? And they gave another group fake search results. And then they asked those people's opinions of those things after they got to Google search. Not to go in and actually read the things, but just to review all the suggested, blue links that come up. And they showed that he could change 50% of those people's opinion about that person
based on the search results.
Based on the search results, right?
It's crazy.
And we all know that people just read headlines, right? Most people just flick through, they read a bunch of headlines. Reddit's like notorious for this. They just only read the fucking headline and just continue to move on. So I don't know. It's just, I thought that was kind of fucking unfortunate.
Yeah, if anybody sees anything crazy, like throw it up on our Facebook, the Instagram, Twitter, I don't know what else, on Reddit too, and see what you can come up with. Like, I don't know. See what the fuck is out
suit
there.
your Google audio history. That's fun. See what your phone picked up about you, like Rob said.
I tried
told
to do
you
that.
Dude,
It's so crazy, dude. Seriously.
You guys all looked at when I said it the first time. You guys all looked at me like I was crazy.
I still think you're crazy.
Now who's crazy, bro?
No, but I did it, and I looked and realized that it picks up things that I didn't say. Okay, Google. And yeah, it didn't pick up things where I said something for search. Some of the things it picked up, like it keyed in on few key phrases and things like that. I thought, that's kind of weird.
Book of Mormon.
Yeah, I tried to go to that site, but
Mormon.
unfortunately, I never use any Google Voice stuff, so it had like nothing.
Well, that's because that's the thing. If Google's doing it, then I
Facebook does it.
You Apple's doing it, Facebook's doing it. You can find out how much Facebook's doing by getting rid of the Facebook app. Watch your battery life increase so much.
Well, on the iPhones tell you how much battery life every individual app. Mine's not that. I mean, I do browse Facebook. So, but actually, there's I was listening to Twitch on the way over here, and there were some. What is it? It's called pen writing or something. I don't know. Like this company, because people have been wondering the same thing that Rob's wondering. Like, because a lot of people are getting very suspicious of this thing, and they're trying to figure out. They can't tell if it's coincidence or if they're listening. So
it seems like a lot of coincidences.
So but right, psychologically, we only notice coincidences.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
And then is it confirmation bias afterwards? Because I'm looking for it and then I notice when it happens.
Right. If so, somebody actually wrote a program to do this, and put it on the phones, put it on a couple of different phones, and tried to figure out like, would a person notice if this type of software was on? Because they wanted to measure like basically. Your microphone would have to be on all the time.
Sure.
It would have to be on all the time. And they wanted to see what would that do to the battery life. And, it did use the battery up more, but it wasn't that much more. It was like 10%, 5% more. And then if you were on Wi-Fi, you would never know if it was talking, data-wise back to their home office. So you wouldn't notice any bandwidth change as long as you were using Wi-Fi. So if the thing could operate literally only when you're home, or be saving all that information on your phone and then offloading it once you got to Wi-Fi.
Well, sometimes too, when your phone is connected to Wi-Fi, you'll see the little spinning bar, even when you're not connected to Safari or something else. It could be iTunes updating. It could be whatever.
Sure.
Going on.
Yeah, I'm super paranoid now that I have Windows 10. So I'm just like, fuck. Like, I hate.
That's going to be a conversation for next time. The Windows 10, basically malware, as people are calling it. It is to me and what I do, not necessarily to my boss because she doesn't really get it, but she kind of understood today how bad it got with everybody else talking about their personal computers doing this. The Windows 10 upgrade that's kind of sneaking in as an update and forcing people to take it.
Two people at my work, they didn't even realize it.
They just woke up the next day and I got Windows 10.
They came into work and like the accountant behind me is like, "Oh, you guys upgraded to Windows 10," and I like turned back and I'm like, "No, we didn't." And so she just logged in and kept going, right? Like my boss she's not going to tell like the company owner, and he's never really even going to work on that computer. So that computer just has Windows 10 now, just moving forward. And another person in the front office, but everybody else is on those little Chromebooks, like the little Chrome thing, and they're like bolted underneath the desk, and everybody fucking hates them because you can't store anything. They have no memory. They only work within like the Google shit. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm super suspicious. I turned off all the shit. I did turn on Cortana, I did use a lot of the voice stuff temporarily. And it's like I'm torn because it's cool because I can sit there with this headphone in, and I can go start listening, right? And it goes ding, and I go Cortana, launch Overwatch, and then boom, the program launches up, and I can go Cortana, close Overwatch, and it will close the game. It will close the game down. As long as I remember the exact name of the program, I can pretty much ask it to do that stuff. It kind of works like Siri. I can ask it for movie times, directions, traffic, which is, it's cool, but I just turned it off because it's not that convenient. It literally I don't even know if it actually saves me time. It might actually still be faster to click the icon than it is to ask for it to call up the thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, you guys are tired, fucking losers. Covalence
once we hit an hour, we just power down.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm going to go talk to myself out in the parking lot after this for at least another 25 minutes.
I got to piss is why, dude. That's why I shut up. Because
oh, my God.
All your energy is dedicated to
holding it in, dude.
Yeah. We appreciate
Covalence Cast at Instagram, Covalence Cast on Facebook, Covalence Cast on subreddit, Covalence Cast on Twitter. See you next time. Bye.